In this presentation, we will be going behind the scenes in uncovering the mystery behind the famous, well-known soda Coca-Cola. An interesting fact which we found out was that the first servings of Coca-Cola were sold for 5 cents per glass. During the first year, sales averaged a modest 9 servings per day in Atlanta. Today, daily servings of Coca-Cola beverages are estimated at 1.9 billion globally. Yes, 1.9 billion globally. Another interesting fact is the number of Coca-Cola branded drinks consumed every second is 10,540. This is the evolution tree.
Coca-Cola was originally formed in 1886 by a pharmacist named John Pemberton. He fought in the Civil War between 1861 and 1865. Whilst fighting in the battle, he sustained a severe wound to his chest. John Pemberton became addicted to morphine, which was used to ease his pain. After the war had ended, John Pemberton decided to invent something that would be a substitute for morphine.
Between the years 1866 and 1885, he began experimenting with coca and cocoa wines, eventually creating a recipe which contained the extracts of coca, coconut, and Daminio, which he called Pemberton's French wine coca, inspired by French cocoa wine. Coca is a plant native to Western South America. There are some reports that the plant is being cultivated in the south of Mexico as a cash crop and an alternative to smuggling its recreational product, cocaine. The cola nut is the fruit of the cola tree that is native to the tropical rainforest of Africa. The caffeine-containing fruit of the tree is used as a flavoring ingredient in beverages and is the origin of the term cola. Daminio is a relatively small woody shrub that produces small aromatic flowers. Daminio was included in several 19th century patent medicines.
The original recipe of coca wine contained the ingredient cocatilene, which is cocaine mixed with alcohol. This was removed later.
In 1886, Atlanta and Fulton County enacted temperance legislation, a social movement against the consumption of alcohol beverages. So Pemberton found himself forced to produce a non-alcoholic alternative to his French wine coca. Pemberton relied on Atlanta drugstore owner Willis E. Venable to help him perfect the recipe for the beverage, which he formulated by trial and error. With Venable's assistance, Pemberton worked out a set of directions for its preparation that eventually included blending the base syrup with carbonated water by accident. Carbonated water is water into which carbon dioxide gas under pressure has been dissolved. The soda fountains were introduced as a result in popularity within the United States due to the belief that carbonated water was good for the health. As a result of the experiment, Pemberton decided to then sell it as a fountain drink, popular at the time, a patent medicine. A patent medicine was a commercial product advertised as a purported over-the-counter medicine without regard to its effectiveness. The first sales of Coca-Cola were at Jacobs Pharmacy in Atlanta, Georgia. Pemberton Pemberton was approached by Frank Mason Robinson. Robinson became an important early marketer and advertiser for what became known as Coca-Cola. In Atlanta, they created a new business called Pemberton Chemical Company. Robinson was the one who came up with the name Coca-Cola for the alternative sound. But the name quite clearly refers to the two main ingredients. Robinson also hand-wrote the specimen script on the bottles and ads. Pemberton made many health claims for his products, touting it as a valuable brain tonic that would cure headaches, relieve exhaustion, and calm nerves. He marketed it as a delicious, refreshing, and pure joy. And that is how the first version of Coca-Cola as a carbonated drink has been made. More than 4 men contributed to the final product, but it still hasn't been sold as a soft drink.
Pemberton believed Coca-Cola could bring him bigger commercial success. In Atlanta, Pemberton made a deal with clever businessman Asa Candler. He sold him his secret formula and figured as a shareholder. The business deal made Coca-Cola world-famous brand. The passage of the first Pure Food and Drug Act in 1906 led to the end of patent medicines. As a result, most of the patent medicines became what we know today as soft drinks. So did Coca-Cola. The current formula of Coca-Cola remains a trade secret. The Coca-Cola company produces concentrate which is sold to licensed bottlers. They produce the finished product with filtered water and sweeteners in cans and bottles. The Coca-Cola is selling for 132 years by now. What this says about innovation. Pemberton was innovative in creating new syrup, but it was also a coincidence that it tasted so well and not intended purpose. The actual outcome happened to be not substitute for morphine, but tasty sweet soft drink. The actual outcome was therefore very different than intended outcome. It needed collaboration with someone with different knowledge, as were Venable, Robinson, and Candler, to make it into the final product and a successful brand. But more than 4 men were involved in the creation of the final product. Therefore, collaboration and networking are necessary for innovation. It took at least 3 years until the final product of Coca-Cola has been created as we know it today, plus other years of Pemberton's experimenting before. The syrup was also nothing extra original and new. Pemberton was experimenting with ingredients which were very common in the patent medicines in that time. But coincidence of mixing it with other popular products of those days and influenced by the policies made it an extraordinary drink.